Hey guys, ever since Logan, better known as Wolverine, joined the X-Men, he's always had a certain tension with Scott Summers, our dear Cyclops. The two have an up and down dynamic that's hard to match. Usually they prefer to exchange barbs, but it's not uncommon for this relationship to end in a physical confrontation, a fistfight. This competitive relationship between the two comes from a number of issues, including differing opinions on how to lead the X-Men and their love interest, Jean Grey, the woman who occasionally transforms into the Dark Phoenix. Sometimes it even seems like it all comes down to Logan's stubbornness and conviction that he's superior to Scott in many ways. This rivalry is mostly portrayed in the comic books and the animations. For this video, we're going to discard jealousy because there, unfortunately, Cyclops is a total sap. In today's video, I brought you 7 curiosities that you probably didn't know about the rivalry between Wolverine and Cyclops. There's even death and betrayal. Let's go! Before continuing, remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video to stay up to date. Your likes and subscriptions help the project grow, and as the project grows, I can bring you more interesting videos. Agreed? Thanks for the support. 7. They were revealed as brothers. In Marvel's Mangaverse version, which is one of the most unusual alternate realities, it turns out that Wolverine and Cyclops are actually brothers. They have a very complicated relationship, marked by very serious incidents. Wolverine was responsible for the loss of Cyclops' eye, and Cyclops in turn caused the loss of Wolverine's arm. This storyline of brothers in rivalry is something that always captivates the audience, whether in the movies or in the comics, and Marvel knew how to exploit this dynamic between the two very well. This rivalry not only adds tension to the story, but also explains details like why Wolverine has energy claws in one of his hands instead of adamantium. And of course, as is common in these plots, both also compete for Jean Grey's affection. 6. Jim leaves Cyclops and marries Wolverine. Civil War is a crucial milestone in Marvel's stories covered across multiple platforms. In the amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows comic book series, we have Professor Charles Xavier intervening to avoid this conflict. He suggests that the heroes take responsibility for overseeing themselves, which ends up leading to a rift between the X-Men members. As a result of this tension, Jim decides to leave Cyclops to be with Wolverine. This choice of Jim in favor of Wolverine happens because Cyclops continues to act impulsively, even in the face of a golden chance for peace proposed by Xavier. This scenario further intensifies the rivalry between Wolverine and Cyclops, making it extremely dangerous. Luckily, over the course of the series, they find a way to overcome their differences. 5. Wolverine commands X-Force behind Cyclops' back. After the end of the Second Coming, Cyclops decides to end the activities of the X-Force team. However, in Yukini X-Force 1, Wolverine takes command of a new secret version of the group, bringing in members such as Deadpool, Pisslock, and Fandomac. To the team, Wolverine makes this change because he disagrees with how Cyclops is running things. He sees himself capable of leading and therefore decides to assemble his team without Cyclops' knowledge. The original members of X-Force, including Warpath, X-23, and Wolfbane, didn't meet Wolverine's expectations, motivating him to seek out new members to strengthen the group. 4. Wolverine once left Cyclops for dead in Ultimate X-Men. The plot focuses on the young days of the X-Men. After a conflict at school, Professor Xavier decides a jungle mission would be a good opportunity for them to strengthen their bond. During this mission, Cyclops has an accident, slipping off one of the rocks. Instead of helping him, Wolverine sees a chance to eliminate his rival in the contest for Jean's attention and does not come to his aid. This plot twist often surprises and entertains fans as it shows a darker side of the characters. Wolverine, determined to win Jean's affections, didn't hesitate to approach her as a comforting friend after the incident. What he didn't expect was that Cyclops would survive. Despite this attitude of Wolverine, Cyclops chose the path of greatness, forgiving him for his actions. 3. Wolverine joined the Avengers and fought against Cyclops. After facing serious issues involving younger mutants, Wolverine decided to join the Avengers, as shown in Avengers vs. X-Men 2. Cyclops tried without success of his own to clash with his former teammates, but Wolverine was determined in his decision. Wolverine has always carried a certain sense of superiority, and by allying himself with the Avengers, he felt like he was among peers. However, it didn't take long for him to realize that the members of the Avengers shared a special bond forged by years of companionship, something he felt he could never achieve with them. This realization eventually led him to return to the X-Men. 3. Wolverine joined the Avengers and fought Cyclops. 2. Wolverine confessed to wanting Cyclops dead. During Professor Xavier's funeral, shown in New X-Men issue 1, Wolverine makes a startling confession. He's considered killing Cyclops. This revelation causes a lot of discomfort among those present, leading Wolverine to join the Avengers Unity Squad under the leadership of Captain America. This confession is unexpected and quite disturbing, considering Wolverine usually downplays his rivalry with Cyclops, saying it's no big deal. Admitting that he's thought about taking action against Cyclops and not just reacting shows a lot of bravery on his part. Despite some of the old comrades not taking this revelation well, it ends up opening new doors for Wolverine. But that's a topic for another video. 1. Wolverine forms his own school for gifted youngsters. When the Wildfire Club is wiped out in X-Men Schism, issue 1, Cyclops recklessly sends young mutants on dangerous missions. This deeply displeases Wolverine, who confronts Cyclops and then decides to leave, inviting anyone who wants to accompany him. This is another episode in the series of disagreements between the two. This time it's clear that Wolverine has a valid point, as the young mutants clearly lack both the preparation and maturity for these operations. Cyclops prefers to use them probably because he finds them easier to manipulate compared to more experienced mutants. This episode leads Wolverine to found the Jean Grey School for Higher Learning. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments. I would love to talk about the topics in the video. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe. Now appearing above are some of the upcoming videos. See you in the next video.